Welcome to another episode of the Coffee Conversation Show, powered by the Emerging India Forum, TEIF, and a tech partner, Prime Informatics Solution. Today's series is Tri Shakti. Theme is empowerment through education, from vision to reality. We have our special guest speaker, Priyanka Karwa, the co-founder and director of employability and placement at Lawseco and Skill Arbitrage. Priyanka has a passion for transforming lives and careers and has been instrumental in supporting over 10,000 students and professionals to achieve success. From her early days as a tutor to her current leadership role, she has consistently focused on providing opportunities and guidance to students and recruiters worldwide. So, friends, we are at AWFIS co-working space at BKC. So, this is an in-person coffee shoot, and welcome Priyanka to the special episode of Coffee Conversation.
Thank you, Mr. Anand.
So, I just want to explain you the format. We are having three parts. One is professional round, second is the personal, and third is the rapid fire surprise round. And for that, you get this ebook which will answer all those questions witty, surprise, and funnily and quickly.
Sure.
So, friends, I'm Lion Amir Virani over here, your host for the day, legal tech evangelist, and let's begin our conversation. So, Priyanka, my first question: how has the journey been so far in the corporate world?
Journey in the corporate world has been like overwhelming. I would say it has been a roller coaster ride, which started with a very different role and now at a leadership role. It's been like almost 9 years when I started with Lawseco and started with a support team till now currently and work with various different departments, handled so many team members, and currently handling the whole placement and the freelance department of the company, which is for Lawseco and Skill Arbitrage both. So it has been like great with so many opportunities, so many I would say like so many challenges which have come across to scale up every different departments and every different roles. So it has been like awesome journey till now.
So, Priyanka, my next question will be: working with students, offering them placements, as well as now you've started offering freelancing opportunities. That is good opportunity you're giving. So, what are the difficulties you're facing with the students? My question in two parts. While offering them, working with them for offering internships and vis-a-vis freelancing, how are the students coping up with the freelance? For internships and for freelancing, and the communication coordination between your team and with them, with the client. So many things you have taken up from internships. Now you're taking the students to freelancing. That is what awesome. By students at Lawseco are going through a marvelous journey.
Yeah, so it has been like this journey was not easy journey, I would say. When I started the freelance department at Lawseco, I started alone, and that was a goal and the vision of our founder, Mr. Ramanuj Mukherjee, that he wanted me to start this department because he had a goal that there is like ample of opportunities which are available with international clients and remotely they can earn in dollars. I was not sure, if I say you the truth, that will it be possible or not, but it turned out to be a great experience. I was a little skeptical when I started, but I had a confidence of my boss in me that okay, just go for it. Initial 3 days it was just like searching, researching everything, and after that I came up with a plan. And I was a single member. From speaking to students to scheduling a Zoom session to sending an email to doing everything, guiding them on every part. It was like 1 month was a very great learning experience, and within that 1 month I could see that there were 10 people who got remote international opportunities doing freelancing, sitting at their home across India in villages and small towns, and they were earning in dollars, and that was something made me that yes, this is very scalable. I still work 2 months alone setting up the systems, because until you know how to set the system, you can't train the other people. And later I started hiring the team, and currently I have 70 plus people working with me in my team itself, where we have like created a complete system around it. We speak with the students, we conduct so many Zoom sessions, we guide them on CVs, we guide them on various opportunities, like how they can crack the international opportunities. And it has really changed life of countless students, I would say. And initially starting with internship, answering your second question, that yes, the internship and then coming up to freelancing. Internship is a part only for the students, if I would say. And with the professionals, those who have maybe a career break and they want to come back into the industry. So initially when we had the students, our major learners were like 70% were the students and 30% were just professionals. Now the scenario is completely changed. Now we have 30% students and 70% working professionals, because everyone want to get into that freelancing world and earn some extra money or work with the international clients, want to learn those things. So yes, it has changed a lot with our audience as well, with our learners as well. And yes, they have proved well. Those who have implemented the strategies which we are teaching, they have cracked they have reached to their dream jobs, I would say.
So, continuing conversation, Priyanka, what strategy do you implement for freelancing projects? Like, how do you identify the projects, and how do you interact with the companies who are willing to give these projects? What are the key elements that you look into? Okay, this project will be viable, student will be able to gain someone, and law seekers also benefiting. So how do you go about it?
So I'll answer something. Law Seeker is not benefiting by any money that comes from the clients, because we work in a very different way. We are a bridge between the students and the clients. So what we do over here, there is no financial motive, because at the end of the day, they are our learners, and we would try to help them in possible ways which are available. So we identify first who are our students, what are the skills they have, and based on that, then we try to search in the market that okay, what are the projects which are available. We guide them on various freelance platforms, we guide them on LinkedIn, how to crack these opportunities, and this is how it works. So yes, it's first checking who is your students, what are their skills and what they can contribute to the market, and based on that we search the opportunities for them.
Wow. So Priyanka, how does a day look like in your life?
If you want to ask from morning to evening, or what way
You
you would
can
like
go on. You can go on.
So
Because
for
I'm
me,
doing too many things. So
Yes.
just wanted to know why being a mother of two children, and your husband is also a dentist, and I've been interacting with you from quite
from the days you take interns from us.
Yeah, so
Long
we
time.
have.
Yes.
So not only intern, there's
Yeah,
other ways also we have
been
contributed.
also.
Yeah.
Correct.
So just so that's why I've put you under my series of Sri Shakti, because you this conversation also by handling things beautifully. So just we want our viewers, listeners to relate to you, and multiple things can be handled by a married woman, and you are that perfect example. So that's why
Thank
this
you so
question
much
was.
for this compliment. I would say it is just about your passion, what passion you have in your life, number one. Secondly, yes, it is a little hard day, you would say, like it is a difficult day to complete, and at the end of the day, if it is complete in a beautiful way, then it is like you can have a sound sleep. So my day starts like very differently. I get up early because I focus that till 10 a.m. That is my family time, my kids' time, their school time, their everything, like making them ready to sending them to school, to their tiffins, to so many things which are lined up. My husband also goes at 10, and after that I get on my system, and after that it is like no disturbance at all. Only when my kids come from school, they need my 5-10 minutes, but if I am in a meeting, they'll not even disturb me at that time. They'll just come and say hi bye and they'll go out. And there was a challenge because my kids were like, when I started working here in this company, my elder was just 4 months. So initially, like when she turned out to 3, 4 years or 5 years, you would say it was a challenge because those kids don't understand like how to like why they are doing so many things and everything. Before 2 years, when she was 7, it was challenging for me also, like how to handle these people. Now there were two, so it was. I just told her one day, just Google my name. You guys every day do Google. So she was like, why do I Google your name? I said, just write my name once. And she found on that all 10 searches my name, and she was like, what? I can find you on Google. And she was so proud. And that day my life got changed. Now my kids don't disturb. They are proud of me that my mom is doing such a great work. She's helping students. Now she reads like every week she opens the Google search and see what is the next which I've done, because they feel that we don't share with them. At the end of the day, they don't understand a lot. But at least that has made my life very smooth, that they know that what my mom is doing and they are really proud of it. So now it's easily manageable. But yes, time commitments are needed. So Sunday is the time where I try to give to my family. Rest 6 days is work. And once I complete my task around 9:30 to 10 every day, I have to listen to those two people for half an hour. I feel like whole day I was listening to 100 people. That was manageable, but these two people, like half an hour is so difficult. But yes, it's going on good. It's manageable.
Wow. Okay. Uh, my next question will be, Priyanka. You have become Director of Employability at LawSeco. So, can you just explain what this current role the founders at LawSeco, Ramanuj and other founders have devised, and what plans they have for you, okay, by making you a director, and how is it going about?
It's going good now. I'm also a co-founder. So yeah, that's going good. The
Congratulations.
plans are good. And I would say we are at a growth path. We have so many plans coming ahead to grow our company now, as we are a listed company. So we have a lot of responsibilities towards our shareholders as well. So we are working hard to make things better and better. And I think Ramanuj and Abhyuday were those who have made me the one person who I am today. Because if you don't get a mentor who can guide you in the right direction, you can't grow further. And if your bosses are your mentor also, then what's best in that?
Super, super. So now, Priyanka, you have set a vision for impacting the career lives of 10,000 students. So why this 10,000? How did it come out?
Not 10,000, like I crossed 10,000 people helping in last year itself.
Oh.
Till today, we have helped more than 20,000 learners with various opportunities, I would say. Recently, one of my, it is not the vision. Our vision is like whoever enrolls with us, we want them to be successful at the end of the day.
Perfect.
And there are people, those who take our guidance, those who follow the guidance, and they are getting the success. There is no point about it. The ones, those who will just put little bit their hard work and the smart work which we are teaching them, I think that's enough. And the vision is very clear. Not only 10,000, I would say when we'll have 1 lakh students also, we would want to impact the lives of every single person.
Perfect, perfect. Yeah, that's true. So, going to my next question, Priyanka, any from this 10,000 growing numbers, can you share some memorable moments that you have worked with students and they have come to you, ma'am, this project, this internship has impacted, and I'm very eager to be among LawSeco student, and this opportunity has come to me, and so what kind of conversation you had with them?
I would say I can't even say that which are my best 2, 3, 5 students. I would say it is like everyone, but I would share like maybe just 2, 3 small stories in short way with you all. Like one of our learner who was already a lawyer but didn't practice, like had a very difficult situation. He joined the course with no clue what will happen. I had a mentoring session before 2.5 years, I would say, when he joined. And he had different skills though, because law practically he hasn't done anything. So I told him, at least start with that. You'll start earning the money. You'll have your own smartphone. He didn't have the smartphone also at that time. So I said that at least start something, then you'll be able to do and contribute a lot. Just recently, before 4 months, and till then the journey started, which is an unstoppable journey. He's now one of the very good lawyer and renowned person, getting in newspapers and everything as well. Just before few months, I would say it was just 3-4 months back that he went to one foreign country, and as soon as he reached to that airport, he literally clicked the pictures and sent to me that thank you so much, ma'am. That time you handled my situation, you guided me, and here I am now. So that was like a moment where I had tears in my eyes that at least I could make difference in someone's life. And apart from that, this was a person who was already a lawyer but not practicing, and he has reached to now which stage I can't even tell you the way he has progressed. Apart from that, there was a student with second year who joined us. He also was like having a lot of troubles with finances and everything. He is right now in the 5th year and currently he is earning 4 lakh per month with having 7 people team under him, just by freelancing and working with international clients. So like these are like stories which are like comes every day to us. We have transformed the life of so many women, those who left their career back because of so many responsibilities which we can't hide. But there are very few those who want to come back. They want to come back, but they lose that guidance, like who will guide them, what to do. And I've seen like in this year itself, I would say every day I hear one female coming to me saying, ma'am, I've done this, I've started my journey again, I've earned this much, I have now this client and that client. So that's all. Like at the end of the day, if you're able to impact the life of so many people, I think that's all is what our goal as a company is. And I think there are countless stories. If someone says I can write a 1,000-page book around it.
Yeah. We look forward to that book.
Sure.
Because being a tutor, you know student psychology, and this is you've started making difference in the lives of students. What do you say, professionally, education-wise, and making them empowered for the corporate world. So many things you're doing. I've been following, and hats off. So my next question will be for what is the importance of technology for your role and for this your placements, hiring, and freelancing. So what things have been implemented, loss equal, but things move smoothly?
So yes, we also believe technology is very important whatever you want to do. If you want to excel without technology, you can't do it, right? So we in fact have our own in-house tech team with 35 to 40 people into it. Those who do every stuff for us, from website, like anything technically. And we have dashboards, reporting systems, everything is automated. There is nothing which is done without technology nowadays, apart from just speaking to students and guiding them. Rest, whatever internally we do, that's all technology driven. So yes, we follow technologies to make our work easier and faster.
Wow. So technology is coming. Now my next question will be, Priyanka, how do you keep yourself updated with the latest trends and demand in the legal and non-legal job markets?
So trends is something which is very important, which anyone need to follow. If you are not updated, if you are not updating your knowledge every day, not reading the stuff, not checking the media, what is happening, you won't be able to help any of, like no business can grow if they are not updated every day. For me, I spend like my 12 to 1 at night for my reading, for news, for LinkedIn, for so many things, just to keep myself updated what is happening, what are the different companies which are coming in, where are the requirements we're growing, which companies are hiring more people, what are the roles they are looking for, which companies who are firing, like what are the people those are available in the market, what is happening across the industry, because that is not possible without you keeping yourself updated. So yes, At night, I would say that because I don't get whole day, unfortunately. So from 12 to 1 at night is my time where I spend only with me for updating myself or learning something new.
Wow. Now, Priyanka, dealing with a large team and that is a remote team. So, what are the key elements of maintaining a good team, and what type of leadership skills you have developed over the years?
I would say I'm still developing the skills, okay. But one thing that I have focused, that is trust in your team with that tracking. Remote working is not easy. You don't know what your team is doing, just saying yes I'm working. How do you know that, right? So when I had 30 people in my team, or I would say even before that, when we lost eco were only 50-60 people, I always used to insist that we should have some tracking mechanism. We brought in the tracking mechanism. After that, we couldn't take it further for a year. Some people had the issues and like all that happened. But then, when I was building my team and when it reached to 30, I was clear to my boss. I reached to Ramanuj that if the whole company is not needing, like different departments have their different requirements, they have different work that is to be assigned and it's different. So I said, no, I need a tracking mechanism, and he allowed me, like, just within a moment that, yeah, whatever you want, you take it. I started with a tracking tool. We took a service from an outsider. We took a tracking tool and I started getting, within a day, I got 5 resignations. Because in remote team, it was like you were not knowing what people were doing earlier, and I could see that why certain results were missing. And for 2-3 months you can see, but after that it's not possible. Like 2-3 months, it's also a long time that why you see that team is like certain places results are not coming in. I took that, and within, I would say, the same day I got 5 resignations when I told team that this is going to be implemented from tomorrow, and I was like very happy that finally I'm leaving those 5 people, those who were not working in the team, and now it is now it is on whole company. Like we all, like all departments have started that. After I doing it for 2 months, other departments saw the difference, and we all are now under tracking tool. Like I also follow dedicatedly, like I want my team to follow. So if you are doing the same thing which you want your team to do it, then there will be no question from your team. If you be a role model for them, that you are also following every day, my report also goes in front of my team, that what idle I was, how much I worked, everything. Then it becomes very easier for you to then handle the remote team.
Wow. So working with a remote team from the pandemic till now, what changes have you seen in the working style of you and your team?
It's not about pandemic. We were I joined as a first remote employee of Losico before 9 years. And at that time, rest of the team used to sit in Delhi in our office.
Okay.
But that time team was small. And after that, I think before pandemic itself, we went completely remote. Pandemic hit later and we were complete remote company. So I don't think there was any change for us as a company because we were into that zone.
That's interesting. So, what is the evolution of come in? Why I'm asking a question is now people are coming back. Companies of enforcing of working from office. They are going back. Okay, but we need you in office or in hybrid model, and your team is majorly working in from remote, and there's a super success you have been achieving. So, what is the key element over there which other companies, HR people are missing?
I would say every company should have a proper tracking mechanism. If they are not having, it means they are losing out a lot. Here again, the technology come into the picture. Without technology, you can't do it. Secondly, if you are tracking, but if there is someone who is not further digging it out. Okay, I found out one person, I would say, there were random clicks. So it will show that the person was working. but we could see easily in our screenshots that the person was not working, was just doing a random clicks. Maybe someone else is also doing that random clicks, right? So it is not only about tracking, but it is also about then checking what is happening. So I follow a different strategy altogether, revealing here. We have a team which is not known to anyone in my team. We have like a separate small team. Those who are the people, those who only back end, they see who is doing what based on that. And they catch the people if they are not working. They get a reports. For a week, once a person get the report, then they are very clear now, okay, my tracking is at such a level that your auditing is also happening every day. So tracking, with that, if auditing is not happening, you can't scale up in the remote environment.
Wow. So HR people out there, you got watch this episode and listen to this tip.
One more thing, don't let your team know who are the auditors.
Yes.
No, it has happened
Yes.
with us earlier that one
Okay,
of
disclose kar
the
diye.
one of the team leader knew the auditor, and then
Oh.
it was happening, but it was caught very quickly, like within 15-20 days. Because if your work is not happening, you will know why it is not happening. Where are the gaps? So I personally, whether they do auditing or what, but I personally make a plan that every week I sit for 2-3 hours on all those reports. I do auditing by myself also on it. So until you get into that, you have to be very careful about it.
Very true. Like किसको हम हेल्प करने जाते हैं तो बोलते हैं ना कि राइट हैंड को मालूम नहीं पड़ना चाहिए कि लेफ्ट हैंड क्या
Same
कर रहा
way
है.
here,
way-
if you want to
Oh,
scale up the remote team, this is the mantra
Yes.
to do it.
Yes, क्योंकि मैंने behind the scenes वाले shouldn't come. ये रहता है. Superb tip, Priyanka, you have shared. Now, my last question for this professional journey. There are a lot more questions are there, but we have a lot to cover. And so, what are your future goals for development activities at LawSeco, and how do you plan to achieve them?
Yes, there are a lot of future goals, I would say. Number one, scaling up with a lot of international clients, helping them hire the people, because we have a very different policy. We are not recruitment agency. We help every company to hire the people without involvement of financial transactions. So if they require anyone, they can come to us. We don't charge anything. We'll try to find out the best candidate from our pool, and we'll select only those best candidates, not like I'll send 100 CVs to them. And apart from that, there is no financial transaction involved because that's our service to our students. So we don't involve any financial transaction. So by that way, I think there are a lot of companies already working. Like I'll say, I got a compliment from one of the law firms just 2 days back, that I have paid so much to recruitment agencies, so much to various agencies who come to me that, okay, like hire this person for me. But at least I can tell you that whenever I come to you, I get mostly every time I get a relevant student, and the best thing is I don't have to pay you. So I was like, good. We just want our learners to get good opportunities. So this is one thing which is making a big difference in the industry, where we are not charging, but we are providing them the resources from our own pool itself. And these resources are actually well trained. Like you have seen our courses, they have been like practically oriented. It is just not like reading and writing. Okay, it is just like doing the practical exercises, learning the real life scenarios, and then implementing it. So they are at least market ready. If they have done the things, they are market ready. So yes, this is one revolution which I want to bring in the industry. Second thing, we have seen that there is one major missing factor which is there in every person's life, that is their own branding. They don't do their branding. You are very capable, you do a lot of stuff, but you are not able to showcase the skills to the public. There are a lot of things which stops you to do that. And second, people don't have time. Who has time? Like if you'll ask me, if I have to work for 10 to 12 hours, where I'll get a time for my own branding, right? So this is something which is required in this social media era. And we have started a new vertical inside LawSeco by the name of Accio Content, where we have started serving entrepreneurs, lawyers, law firms for their branding and marketing activities. So we are helping them to scale up and to make a noise about themselves. What is marketing? That's like just let people know who you are, what you can do. So we have started that, and I hope that's like I started in the last 2 months, and been successful without like marketing it properly. It was like I wanted to see how it goes, because that's a great necessity for everyone, which is missing. And this came into picture when I was taking the sessions for independent directors for their personal branding. Like we run the course of independent directors, and in that I used to take the sessions of personal branding, and I used to see that these people are so experienced entrepreneurs from big companies, but their profiles are like blank. They don't want to do, or they're not doing, they're not getting time. So I thought, let us start with this service, and that would be like again something which would help everyone without burning a lot of their pockets, to get good services and get a great exposure in the social media. So yes, we are coming up with that. Rest, we have a lot of plans to further grow and scale up our placements as well, and other areas.
Superb, superb. So, so now we go to your personal journey. So Priyanka, tell us something about your family and your memories with them.
So I stay with my family. I stay with my in-laws, my husband, and my 2 daughters. We stay, and yeah, I have got a lot of support from my family for working at my own pace, working at my own, like I remember the days, like I don't know, when my kids are sleeping, even though they were small. But yes, I've got a lot of freedom, and because of that, you are here. If you don't get a support from your family, you will not be at the stage where you can grow. So that mental peace from your family, no burden and no stress, that helps you to reach to the next stage in your career. So that has been like immense in my life.
Wow. So let's go back to your school and college life. How was it?
It was very nice. I don't know, at that time it was like so simple. Go to school, come home, study, play, your day is over. There was not so attraction of TV, mobiles. These were not there. And I think that was the best time, where you didn't have the distractions. You were able to focus on your own learning and everything. And that was quite a decent life with my parents, with my cousins. We used to stay in a joint family where we were 10 kids together staying at one home, and it was like great time, I would say.
Wow. So any childhood hobbies or interest you are still continuing?
So I was very artistic and had a passion for cooking. So I did a lot that also here when I was before joining Losico, until even after 2-3 years I continued my baking passion and my classes. But later on, as I went into bigger roles and handling a lot of stuff, then I stopped them. But till today, if I get a chance, I try to spend little time on those things.
Wow. So what is the favorite way to spend a weekend?
I don't get 2 days of the weekend. I just get Sunday.
I heard that, but one day.
So that Sunday, I want that 30 minutes. That also on Sunday, 30 minutes, I would say, where I and my husband, as we have a very busy schedule, so we try to go out alone with each other just, and have a lemon tea, sit there for a half an hour and come back home. That is like, I would say that is a moment which I want in my weekend. That's enough.
Wow. So what are the different ways you follow for, because you're working from 10 till late night, so for self-care, what do you do?
So for me, it is like morning 30 minutes is for me, for my own, like I would say I go every day for a walk after dropping my daughter to a school. I go for a walk or exercise or whatever, that 30 minutes is for me without my phone. I don't want anyone to disturb me in that 30 minutes, not even my kids. So, yes, that is what I believe, and that's I continue always for my care. And there is a lot of hype toward today in today's world regarding the mental health and all that stuff, which I don't believe it is existing. I don't understand mental health, by the way. I just understand one thing, that listen to everyone what you want to listen, remove what you don't want to listen, and then continue your life. I think, and ignore the stuff which you feel that's not important, which is stopping you to do something. You will have a great mental and physical well-being.
Superb. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, any creative interest you have developed recently?
Recently, I've just developed how I can make anyone's brand best. That's what I'm doing from last 2 months.
Besides work, besides
And
work.
that is something, like, I would say that's not my work. I would say that is something creativity which is happening behind. Rest, I don't think there is anything creative which I feel it is important, because when you are whole day, if you are doing something out of that, you take out some interest area and you start working on, that's what creative you would like to do.
True,
And
true.
yes, I'm doing that, so I'm enjoying it, speaking to different clients every day and doing good for them. I think that's all for me.
Super. So now, Priyanka, who has been the most influential person in your life?
For me, it was my mom and dad. They are my influential person, because I've seen them handling a big family and handling personal responsibilities and growing us what we are today, to me and my brother both. I would say that they were the people, those who taught us the best things, what we have to follow in our life. So for me, they are my influential person.
Wow. So from your bucket list for 2024, what like to complete on priority basis?
There are two things on my priority list. I'll be taking proper holidays for my mom dad's 50th anniversary, where I'll be spending time with them and celebrating it. And second would be going for a vacation for a week in the month of November or December, again taking a holiday for that, because that's missing, and my family needs that.
Very
That's
true.
it.
Very true. Very true. So we hope these two things are completed with love, peace, and joy.
Yeah.
So my last question for this round: describe Priyanka in one line.
Passionate person who would want to change lives of countless people.
Wow, super. So now we come to the surprise round, the rapid fire round. So you have to answer quickly, wittily. Your favorite holiday destination?
Ooty.
Mm, favorite movie?
Favorite movie? 16 December.
Favorite color?
Blue.
And your favorite cuisine?
Favorite cuisine? There are many.
बोल दो.
Yeah, so it's
तो हमें पता चलेगा कि जब आपको इनवाइट करना है तो फिर वो डिश लेना चाहिए टेबल पे.
so it's Chinese and pudding.
Wow. So, so that's it. There were many questions, but yeah. So Priyanka, you get this
Without
book
doubt.
autographed by me. I'm the author of 12 ebooks on startup. So because you are helping the student community, there will be a lot of things you can pick up and use it in your work. So this is it.
Thank you.
So friends, we had a lovely conversation with Priyanka, starting from a career as a tutor. She knows how students behave, work, and she has been empowering students from the legal community, empowering them with different opportunities. Law Seeker is one of the best legal education platform, providing interns. They have a process step where they diligently filter them and provide interns to different law firms, and law firms are very fortunate that someone is filtering the students and then providing them so right candidates come under them, and they're able to mentor them, groom them, and different activities Priyanka is handling. And do watch this Coffee Conversation episode on the YouTube channel, subscribe, and there are 100 plus episodes on this YouTube channel under different series. This is one of the Steve Shakti. We have the emerging lawyer, the emerging entrepreneur, the cybersec professional, the working professional, the startup. So we do special episodes also. So this is one of the special episodes in person which we are doing from 2024. You want to be a guest speaker. So go to our website, theemergingindiaforum.com. You can check out, fill in the form, and our team will connect with you. So stay safe and do watch out for another episode of the Coffee Conversation Show with another guest speaker. Thank you, everyone.